Welcome back, Renegades. Today I'm checking out Ren. Life is funny. Life is funny, isn't it, man? The universe often has a sick sense of humour, it seems. Well, let's see what this is all about. Sounds great.
Life is funny sometimes. Life is funny sometimes. Life is funny sometimes. What type of human are you? The type to question things, or the type who don't care if you do? Are you the type to get excited by a molecule divided, split an atom in a fraction, blow a nuclear fuse? Are you seeking the truth, or are your hands on your eyes? Pick up a paper, don't debate with anything that's inside.
I really like this style that he's done, like on a few videos, with the television, frame, and then just getting footage from everywhere. It's a great device, I kind of want to rip it off. But yeah, just spitting truth as well, isn't he, straight away, man? I have the desire to know and to learn everything, but often I get the analysis paralysis, and that's a difficult thing to overcome, isn't it? You can't pay attention to everything, so you have to
Life is funny
be selective, don't you?
Life is funny sometimes. Life is funny sometimes. What type of human are you? The type to question things, or the type who don't care if you do? Are you the type to get excited by a molecule divided, split an atom in a fraction, blow a nuclear fuse? Are you seeking the truth, or are your hands on your eyes? Pick up a paper, don't debate with anything that's inside. Are you happy with life?
Oh man, that guitar, like, just pinging off in the distance, it's really cool, isn't it, man?
Divided, split an atom in a fraction, blow a nuclear fuse. Are you seeking the truth, or are your hands on your eyes? Pick up a paper, don't debate with anything that's inside. Are you happy with life? On the day that you die, will there be tears full of fear, or will you die with a smile? I pick up a paper, then put down my pattern and then just...
It's a great sentiment as well, isn't it, man? Like, will you die with a smile, It's like how, like, a day well used, if you've used your day well often, that brings good sleep, doesn't it? I find, anyway. If I feel I've used my day to the best of my ability, or like sometimes exceeding that, there's, I don't want to say it's like an exhaustion that comes because it's something else, isn't it? But I often sleep better, so. I've heard it said, so it's not my thought, I'm stealing it, as with most of my thoughts, I suppose. But a life well spent, that's going to bring, like, a good death, isn't it, I guess? I hope. We'll see.
You die with a smile. I pick up a paper, then put down my pattern and then just a lyrical syllable pattern. And if there are spaces, I'm filling the gap in focus. Splitting an atom, I'm bringing it back in the words I'm attacking. It's cracking, unpacking the wisdom of rapping. I'm running, I'm rapping, I'm bringing a skill like Lotus. Hidden dragon tiger, style inside your mind. The world is wider when you look inside. Insight can guide you.
Yes.
Weave a web of wisdom like a spider. Nice. Perceive the unseeable, hadron collider. Life is funny, 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 life is funny. Sometimes it's like I'm looking at you, wondering what I would do if I was there in your shoes. If I was born a different mind, a different time, a different view with my...
Man, this is like something I suppose I have struggled with, man, to put myself in other people's shoes. I have found that very difficult and continue to find it difficult, I suppose. Which, wanting to express myself creatively with acting, I suppose that's like it's a hindrance, I suppose, isn't it? Although I suppose the way I sort of find around that is learning to be still and letting it come through, rather than hypothetically trying to put myself. It is a different experience, maybe. Acting is a different. It's more of a spiritual thing, maybe. I'm talking nonsense. I don't know. I'm getting much better, I suppose, at understanding, putting myself in other people's shoes, because I suppose the reason I couldn't put myself in other people's shoes or found it difficult was because I didn't understand their life, so it takes a lot of questioning and listening, doesn't it, and to understand is not it's got to be more than just like a mind exercise, right? A thought experiment. Because you've got to ask questions, I suppose, or find out about why people think differently, about the influences of, society and peers and the times and stuff, the dominant or not dominant views and all that. But as usual, Ren just provokes my thoughts like in the best ways, man.
I was there in your shoes. If I was born a different mind, a different time, a different view, would my behaviours be the same? And do we even really choose? Am I the byproduct of my environment? I buy products for my...
Yes, that's exactly what I was just getting at, man. Is it nature or nurture? I think it's got to be somewhere in between, hasn't it? But then I like the idea that we choose to come here, from the great before, to have this particular experience, to grow and to learn in different ways, which is... That's a bitter pill to swallow sometimes, isn't it? And it makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah, like... How much is programming? How much of our thoughts and feelings are a result of the first 3-7 years of our lives, or our rest of our childhood or adolescence or adulthood? Is it all just a collection of reactions? It would be sad to think that that's the case, isn't it? Because then there's the feel that then it feels like there is no control, and often there is no control. But at some point, I suppose you've got to take control, a responsibility perhaps, for your life, and all you can do is be honest and authentic in the moment and choose. Like I like the idea of, like, if you did everything that you should do, that you could do, if you did that every day for like 5 years, what would your life look like? What would you look like? Because it's like, or I guess it's what, compound interest, is that the right phrase? And so if you identified the juvenile things, the irresponsible things that are holding you back, that you are doing to yourself. Of course, we can't control, like, external things, and tragedies happen to you and to others and everything, don't they? But if no matter how small, if we can just learn to realize in the moment the things that we should do, that we know we should do, that we could do, that would improve our life, even like in the micro, man, in the smallest way. And if we could dispense with all the things that we do to ourselves, the poor behaviours, the dishonesties to yourself and to others, the foods that you eat, drinking, whatever it is, that seems to be providing you with inadequate short-term relief, it's an illusion, isn't it? It ain't the real thing, If we stopped avoiding stuff, if we could do that, and we could do it, if you could do it every day for like 5 years, what would your life look like? It's gonna get like infinitely better, isn't it? And who knows what doors or opportunities may open up, and it's gonna be slow to start, and you're not gonna be seeing, I suppose maybe you're not going to be seeing much progress in like the view of your life. But I believe, I don't know if it's rightly or wrongly, but I believe this is what I'm trying to do now, I suppose, or I've been trying to do for the past sort of year maybe, and I'm not succeeding. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it day in day out like I should, but I'm getting better, a lot better, and I feel that the more I succeed in that, it's going to be exponential, right? So the more I succeed, the stronger I'm going to get, like in all the dimensions, you know, physically, spiritually, mentally, energetically, all of that, like healthily, health-wise, you know, and that's just going to feed more into it, you know, and the compulsive. So I'm choosing, I suppose, to live consciously, or trying to learn to live consciously in every moment rather than compulsively. Because when we live compulsively, we're not choosing, are we? You know, we're a slave to our compulsions, to our habits, to our emotions, and hell, in one form or another, lies in that direction, right? As far as I can tell, and we often walk ourselves down into hell, knowingly or unknowingly. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do, you know, and I would suggest that's probably what you should try and do as well, you know, because if we all did that, you know, it should be like ripples going out in a pond, right? And then maybe we may affect other people's lives in better ways, you know, and encourage them directly or indirectly to do better or be better. And sometimes you're in such a state, and I've been in such a state, you know, where, man, just cleaning your room or having a shower, man, that's like a victory for the day. And thank, you know, the universal God or myself or, you know, my girlfriend or whatever it is that I'm no longer in that bit, you know. But it's taken me, you know, a few years, I suppose, to even get to a start point. But now, you know, I do feel I'm maybe a year into like a 5-year journey or something. And I'm excited at the possibility of what my life may become if I can continue to live consciously in the moment, you know, and do the things that I know that I should do. What would my life look like? What would the world look like? You know, what would your life look like if you did that? Interesting, isn't it?
Really choosing my the byproduct of my environment. I buy products for my requirement. A sucker, I know that, cause I'm a sucker too. You're a sucker, I'm a sucker. Fuck it, what you gonna do with this body you were given? Your life, are you living? Have you sight or no vision? Are you tired with the game? Passive or decision? Follow or ambition? Surgical incision in the middle of the brain. Say my name, say my name. I bang like.
Yeah, so what was that line there? Something else triggered me, and then I just thought, is it too soon to pause it again after such a long digression?
I'm a sucker too. You're a sucker. I'm a sucker. Fuck it. What you gonna do?
That's a temptation. I think that probably something that I fell into at some point, thinking, fuck it, that everyone is an idiot, man. Which isn't true, you know. I was just surrounded by idiots, and I was an idiot myself, you know. That's the temptation, just to live hedonistically and nihilistically, thinking, you know, what really matters. I fell into the trap, I suppose, of thinking all that matters really is art, or creating art, or experiencing art, or like good art, great art, and I focused on that from the age, I suppose, of like 15, intently, and nothing else mattered, no one else mattered, just that. But really, it was a deflection, you know, from, I don't know, feeling things maybe, probably from a lot of stuff, but I was willing, you know, to lose my mind or my health or my whatever, you know, I suppose, in the pursuit of great art. But now I realise, you know, love and service to myself and to others, or to the person I love the most in the world, you know, which for once isn't myself, I suppose. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Positive emotion, I suppose, is found, isn't it, in achieving incremental steps towards a goal, you know. So that's why, you know, It's like if you tidy your room right now, right, you're gonna feel better. You know, your space is gonna feel better. It might not be much better. If you ever, whoever had a shower and thought, oh man, I feel worse now, you know. So that could be like, you know, doing your exercise or your cardio or whatever, you know, you feel better. It creates like just achieving those things. That starves off the devil and starves off hell, isn't it? Because these to me anyway, that like heaven and hell, they're not like abstract concepts anymore, you know. They're not like deep down in the underworld somewhere or like up in the sky, you know. They're real and they're here and they're now. And people experience them every day. And I never understood, I guess I never understood consequence, you know, or maybe I didn't care about consequence, I'm not really sure. I never understood why it's important to aim upwards in every way, you know, like, and why, like, I suppose morals are important and truth is important and that sort of stuff. Because we've got a moral responsibility to aim up, I suppose, for the good of yourself and the good of others. And there is no difference, really, I suppose. You know, I'm he as you are me, and you are we and we are all together. Is that what the line goes like? You know what I mean? Aim up, man.
With this body you were given, your life are you living? Have you sight or no vision? Are you tired with the game? Passive or decision? Follow or ambition? Surgical incision in the middle of the brain. Say my name, say my name. I bang like Kurt Cobain, reach nirvana on a spiritual plane. In the membrane, insane like I'm Cypress Hill. Tray flip.
That's another thought that's just triggered is, you know, like, how do you know, like, if heaven, how do you know you're not in heaven right now and that you're messing it up, you know?
Like I'm Tony, cause I got the skill. Life is funny, 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 life is funny. Quarantined inside my room, we're living in very strange times. Pick up my paper, then pick up my pen, and I won't be stopping till I'm top of the throne, top of this hill, top of the moment, it's keeping it real. Top of the beat, top of this vibe, top of the symbol on top of the ride. Top of the pop, top of the mix, top of the snare that follows the kick. Top of the game, I remain today, holding my pain with a syllable, savagely spit.
Yeah, that reminds me of the Beatles thing about John Lennon. When he said, you know, when they were back in Hamburg, you know, and didn't think it was going anywhere, and they'd all get a bit despondent, you know, and John would say, where are we going, fellas? To the top, Johnny. And where's that? To the topmost or the bottommost? And that's right. And it's like, yeah, we'd all cheer up a little bit, you know. And it's important to aim, maybe not for the top, but just to aim up, isn't it? You know, to aim up in whatever, like, whatever that means to you. Just aim up. Because there are things, I'm repeating myself, but there are things, you know, that we all do to ourselves, you know, that we could stop doing, and there are things that we are not doing that we could do, you know, little tiny things, and things will get better. Even if it's just a little bit, you know, then you can go from there.
Ticking the talk and the ticking the talk of the clock, it's ticking a lot. I delivered the shock like an insulin shot, and I'm back on the block and attacking them hot, and I'm taking the pop with the rock in the sock, and I'm swinging it, bringing it, flinging it, knocking the teeth right out your mouth, bitch. I'm back on the road, back on the wheel, back in myself, back in the field, back in the game, back in the lane, back in the same old Batmobile, back in the flow, back in the place, back in the building, bomb that base, back in the nectar, back in the honey. Life is funny, life is funny, life is funny.
That's it. But and things, you do come back around to things, don't you? That is it a Buddhist idea? I'm not really sure. The idea that life is a spiral, you know, and we're constantly coming back to things we thought we understood to see deeper things if we're paying attention. Some people don't, do they? You know, they're the same at 50 as they were at 20. Which is a waste of life, I guess. Right? It's there. It's been a while since I've done a long philosophical Ren digression, but that was cool, man. That was cool. Great lyrics, great mood, great vibe, great recording. He's just great, isn't he, man? I'm hoping he's doing well, you know, and he's going to get better, continue to get better. I know he has some ups and downs and that, and I'm looking forward to new Ren to check out. Always an inspiration, isn't he, man? Always an inspiration. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Love to you. Have a great week. Aim up. I'll see you soon.